Our lesson for today is about probability of events. So now we are on the probability lesson. So what is a probability? The probability is the computation, no more on siya yung mga computation ng chances that a specific event or outcome will occur. So halimbawa, um, sa panahon natin ngayon, sa balita na nakikita ninyo, ilan yung chances na uulan, ilan yung chances na hindi uulan. So, those are some examples of probability in real life. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa next, yung probability, yung finding the probability of an event. So, class, normally gumagamit tayo ng formula dyan para makompute natin yung chance na mangyayari yung isang bagay. So, here's the formula. P of E is equal to the number of favorable outcomes over the number of possible outcomes. So, P of E stands for the probability of event. Okay? So, the outcomes is the possible result of a specific experiment, while an event is the collection of one or more outcomes. So, later on sa mga examples natin, mas ma-identify natin the favorable outcomes and the possible outcomes. And class, remember, probability can be expressed in a fraction, a decimal, or in percent form. Okay, so later on, with our examples, itatakal po natin lahat ng yan. Okay, so let us now have example 1. So here's the problem. In rolling a die, what is the probability of obtaining? So letter A, 2, letter B, obtaining 5, letter C, obtaining an even number, and letter D, obtaining a number that is greater than 4. Okay, so class, familiar naman tayong lahat sa die or dice sa plural, die singular and dice for plural term. Okay, natakal na natin yan sa ating previous lesson na ang die ay merong sample space na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, sa formula ng probability of event, so ang number ng possible outcomes natin ay 6. Since dahil 6 ang sample space ng ating die. Okay? So, ang denominator ng mga sagot natin, for example, 1 is always 6. Okay, so for favorable outcome, dito na pumapasok si letter A, si letter B, si letter C, si letter D. Siya yung hinihingi niya na outcome or na event. Okay, so letter A, ano daw yung probability na ang event natin or the favorable outcome is 2. So we know that in a die, we only have 1, 2. Tama? So, the probability that when we roll a die, we will obtain 2 is only 1 over 6. So, para ma-roll natin si 2, meron lang tayong isang chance over the 6 outcomes na meron sa ating die. Okay, so probability of obtaining 2 is 1 over 6. Okay, so madali, di ba? So punta tayo sa letter B. What is the probability of obtaining 5? So dito naman class, so mag-o-obtain daw tayo ng 5. So kagaya ng letter A, iisipin natin ilan bang 5 ang meron sa isang die. So again, we only have 1 na 5 in a die. So therefore, yung probability na ma-roll mo ay die is also 1 over 6. Okay? Let's proceed with letter C, the probability of obtaining an even number. So, we know that even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So, tatlo lang. Hindi na tayo pwede sa 8 kasi ang die natin ay hanggang 6 lang. So, therefore, ilan ang favorable outcomes natin for an uneven number? Yes, we have 3. That is 2, 4, and 6. Okay, so probability of an even number is 3 over 6 or In this case, class, 3/6 can be reduced or pwede pa siyang i-lowest term. So again, class, we will only accept answers in its simplest form. So 3/6 can be simplified to 1/2. Therefore, 1/2 is our final answer. Okay? And lastly, letter D, a number greater than 4. So numbers greater than 4, we only have 5 and 6. Tama? So 5 and 6. So ilan ang favorable outcomes natin? We have 2. That is 5 and 6. So we have 2/6. Again, pwede natin i-simplify si 2/6 by dividing 2 to both numerator and denominator. We have final answer is 1/3. Okay? So, yan, ganyan lang siya kadali. Ganyan lang yung kadali yung pagka-compute ng probability in rolling a die. So, kagaya pala na sinabi ko kanina, probability can be expressed in fraction. Yan yung example natin ay fraction. Pwede rin siyang decimal and percentage form. So, sa letter A, yung 1/6, pwede mo yan express sa decimal. So, that is 1. So, sa calculator ninyo, pwede yung 1 divided by 6. We have 0.16 or in percent, 16%. Okay? So, dito yung madali lang yan sa letter C, yung 1/2, that is 0.5 or 50%. Okay? Sa letter D naman, 2/6, final answer is 1/3, that is 0.33 or 33%. Okay? Easy, right? So, punta na tayo sa example 2. Example number 2. Ito yung problem natin. Marites is 8 weeks pregnant with a twin. What is the probability that the gender of the twins are? Letter A, both girls. Letter B, both boys. Letter C, a boy and a girl. So, buntis si Marites and she discovered that she is pregnant with a twin. So, ano kaya yung probability na yung twins ay magiging parehong babae, parehong lalaki, or isang lalaki and isang babae? So, dito class, apply natin yung lesson ninyo sa biology class. Alam ko, familiar kayo dito. And that is by using a Punnett square. Ito ay ginagamit ng isang scientist. Ginawa ito, ininvento ito ng isang scientist. Ayan, so ganyan yung Punnett square. It is a square. Normally, isa siyang square diagram wherein in science, it is used to predict possible characteristics of an species. Pwede siyang ipag-predict ng gender, ng type of hair, kung straight or curly, color of the hair as well, color of the eyes, skin complexion, and other characteristics. Okay, so ang paggamit natin sa Punnett square, meron tayong column and rows dyan. So sa column, ilalagay lang natin yung BG. B for boy, G for girl. Ayan, may kulay pa, blue and pink. Okay, next doon naman sa rows, lagyan din natin ng label as B and G. B for boy, G for girl. Okay, so dito malalaman natin yung possible combinations by matching the column and the row. So, punta tayo sa unang column. So, class, ito yung unang column natin. So, yan yung B. Tapos, yung unang row natin ay also B. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is ipagmamatch lang natin sila. So, ang result niyan is we have yan. Yun, maluntalon pa. So, we have BB. So, ito yung boy-boy combination ng gender ng twin. Next, dito naman sa second column tayo and on the first row. So, ang combination niyan, we have BB. Therefore, we have the combination girl-boy. Next, ayun, we have boy and girl combination. And lastly, we have GG or girl-girl combination. So now, tapos na nating na-identify using our Punnett square here. Na-identify na natin yung mga gender combinations ng twin ni Marites. Okay, so now, ma-identify na rin natin ilan ang ating possible outcome here. So, the possible outcome is equal to 4. Okay, so kung 4 ang possible outcome natin, ibig sabihin, ang denominator ng mga sagot natin, for example, 2 is 4. Pero na lang kung pwede siyang isimplify. Okay, so punta na tayo sa letter A. Both girls. Probability na yung gender ng twins is both girls. So, again, titignan lang natin dyan yung favorable outcome. Ilan ba yung favorable outcome natin dyan ng both girls? So, eto siya, both girls. Ayan, so isa lang. So, ang chances natin ay isa out of sa lahat ng possible outcome, which is 4. So, the chances is 1 over 4. Pwede rin natin yung i-express sa decimal. That is, sa calculator lang ninyo, 1 divided by 4. So, we have 0.25 or in percent, that is 25%. Okay? So, punta na naman tayo sa letter B, both boys. So, again, hanapin natin dito yung combination ng both boys. So, ito siya, BB. Yan, nakakulay blue pa for color of a boy. So, BB. So, isa lang yung favorable outcome natin dito na parehong boys, yung gender ng twins. So, we have 1 over all the possible outcome, which is also 4. So, we have 1 over 4 as well. So, same lang yan, 0.25 or 25%. Okay? And punta tayo sa letter C, a boy and a girl. So, dito, isang lalaki, isang babae. And tignan natin dito sa ating Punnett square kung ilan yung favorable outcome. So, here we have a girl and a boy, girl-boy. Dito naman, boy-girl. So, pareho lang naman na combination yan. Basta ang thought ng ating problem dito is basta isang boy at saka isang girl. Hindi siya necessary na naka-arrange dapat. Okay? So, we have two favorable outcome. This, the GB and the BG. So, therefore, we have 2 over 4 or pwede pa yung i-simplify class. Again, pwede i-simplify yan. 2 over 4, it can be simplified as 1 half. So, 1 half in decimal form is 0.5 or 0.50 and in percent that is 50%. Yan. So, nakakadalawang example na tayo. I hope na nagiging smooth yung pag-intindi natin sa ating lesson. Okay? Dali, di ba? So, punta na tayo sa ating last example. Example 3. A letter from the word COVID-19 is randomly chosen. What is the chance of getting letter A, letter O, B, a number, C, a consonant? So again, bigyan ko lang kayo ng guide dito. So we have COVID-19, letter C, letter O, V, I, D. Then we also have number 1 and number 9. So all in all, we have 5 letters and 2 numbers is equal to, that is all in all 7 characters. So kung ang possible outcome natin dito ay 7. Yung 5 numbers, yung 2, yung 5 letters, yung 2 numbers. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang denominator ng sagot sa ating example 3 ay 7. So, punta tayo kay letter A. So, what is the probability or the chance of getting letter O? Okay, so again, ayan, ayun, tumalon na si letter O. So, nag-iisa lang siya. Therefore, ang chance lang ay 1 out of 7. Okay? Next, letter B tayo, a number. So, again, tignan nyo lang yung number sa COVID-19. We have number 1 and number 9. So, ang favorable outcomes natin dyan ay dalawa. Number 1 at si number 9. Therefore, we have 2 over 7. Okay? And lastly, a consonant. Ayun, tumalon na agad si letter C, si letter V, at si letter D. So, ilan ang consonant natin? We have 3 consonant. Therefore, our favorable outcome is 3 over 7. Okay? So, That's all, class, for our examples for today. We have 3 examples there. I hope na meron kayo natutunan kahit pa paano sa ating lesson na ito. And now, let us proceed with your activity. Yan. Answer activity 1 on page 36 of your module. So, I guess yun yung 1 to 5. So, if you have any questions, class, you may reach me or chat me on our group chats. Kung meron kayong mga clarifications or questions, you could always chat me through our GC. Okay, so that is all for today. Yan lang yung lesson natin na ngayong araw. So, I hope na marami kayong natutunan. Kahit 3 examples lang yon, so mas natuto naman tayo kung paano mag-compute ng probability. Okay, so I hope na magawa ninyo ng tama or pagsumikapan ninyong gawin yung ating mga activities sa ating mga modules, class. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, class. Thank you. God bless. Bye.